When you're making financial decisions, are you looking at how that decision impacts all 6 areas of your financial life? If not, you could be missing some big opportunities. I've got an example of that and more coming up. My name is Mike Bernard. I'm the host of the Wise Money Show. I'm also one of the certified financial planners right here at Korhorn Financial Group. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and smash that thumbs up button. There's 6 areas to your financial life. In my financial life, everyone's financial life, Warren Buffett's financial life. And the big idea is when you're making decisions, you need to filter through, well, how is this decision, if we go with option A, option B, option C, how's it going to impact each of these 6 areas? And you want to make decisions that bring synergy, that bring improvements to as many areas as possible. Society and most financial professionals are going to treat it as if these are separate components, okay? These are separate parts of your financial life, and that's okay. But no, they're actually connected, and you've got to consider them. Oftentimes in really unclear ways. There are occasions when, it's very clear. Yep, that and this, they are very much connected. But oftentimes it's not clear. These are seemingly disconnected parts that actually are connected together. Your present financial position is connected to your protection planning, looking at your financial risk, is connected to your tax planning, looking for opportunities to improve your tax picture. That's connected to your investment plan. What are your investment strategies, time horizon, risk tolerance, diversification, all that sort of stuff, which is connected to your retirement picture or your long-term goals, retirement and helping college kids or grandkids. And that's connected to your estate plan. What are your intentions if something happens to you? Do you have the right instructions to carry out those intentions? So those are the 6 areas of your financial life, and you've got to be working with someone that is connecting all 6 of those. So as you make financial decisions, you are making sure that you're not missing any opportunities or doing something that makes sense over here in this area, but it actually doesn't make sense over here. Recently, one of our all-star CFPs, Taylor, was working with some new folks. They had just turned 70 and reached out and said, we need a comprehensive approach to our finances. And they'd worked with a financial advisor in the past, but really just on investments, never on all 6 areas of their financial life. But they had been retired. They have been retired for a few years, and they came in because they were finally starting to feel the effects of inflation. And they realized they're not really living the retirement that they envisioned or that they dreamed of. And they wondered, well, if we're feeling this cash flow pinch, is that just everyone dealing with inflation, or is there some relief that and additional perspective that a CFP can bring? See, they had saved up for retirement, but admittedly, they hadn't saved up as much as they wanted to, nor did they save up as much as they thought they needed to live the retirement that they envisioned. And so, therefore, without that clarity and confidence, without a plan, without working with a CFP, their approach was, well, we're just going to try and live on Social Security and a little bit of interest that we're making in our savings account, and we're not going to touch the money that we had set aside until we absolutely have to. And again, they reached out and we're starting to feel the pinch. And so what do? Your investments are connected to your retirement plan, your long-term plan, which is connected to your present financial position and your cash flow, which is connected to your tax picture, your estate planning picture. All 6 areas are connected. So first order of business was to build out that 5-factor retirement plan, looking at each of those 5 factors of an ideal retirement for them to see if they were on track and actually could begin withdrawing money safely from their investments and still have a sustainable path for their future. So looking at their life expectancy, they were already retired, so what's their life expectancy? What is their ideal spending level? What are their income sources right now? How much do they have saved up? And then how much risk are they comfortable taking in their investments? And looking at each of those 5 factors, but then stress testing them to see, well, how can this work and what can be done to make it work? And certainly, sure enough, there was clarity and confidence that they could begin drawing out of their investments without risking that they were going to run out of dollars too quickly. Now, of course, that brought a lot of confidence and tears, actually, a lot of emotions, but it was connected with then restructuring their investments to be able to provide that. I've shared that with you before. Personal pension plan. How much are you drawing? Multiply that. How much are you drawing per month? You should have about 2 to 3 years worth of that in very low risk, short-term investments. You should have another 5 to 6 years in intermediate term investments. So middle, kind of medium risk or some income producing or some hedging strategies. It's the dollars that you won't touch for 8 to 10 years. Those are the dollars that should be invested for the long term and diversified appropriately for your risk level. So in addition to that 5-factor retirement plan, we then interwove the right personal pension plan, the right investment strategies for their situation. But then we got to the taxes, and this is the missed opportunity, because for the previous 5 years, they hadn't been paying any tax. They were just drawing and just living on their Social Security and a little bit of interest, but all the money that they had saved up, about $400,000, it was all pre-tax. So it all was carrying with it this IOU of taxes out there in the future, and yet they were paying no tax today. So at some point, either when they start drawing or when they get hit with required minimum distribution, all of a sudden they were going to have to pay a lot more taxes, and they missed a big opportunity. So that, of course, was part of the decision making is okay, well, from a sustainability standpoint, here's how much you could draw out from your retirement plan. This is how we would structure the investments, and this is what your taxes would look like based on those withdrawals. It got them into the 12% tax bracket, still a very low tax picture, but then we talked about doing Roth conversions to fill up a little bit more of the 12% tax bracket and eventually get to the point where a lot of their money, their assets, were growing tax-free. That's the long-term plan and the missed opportunity that they could have and should have been taken advantage of over the past 5 years. Yes, we wish they would have had that clarity and confidence from the beginning with retirement and living a more fulfilled retirement for their first 5 years, but glad to have that clarity and confidence now, as well as capturing the tax planning opportunities for their future. Are you approaching your financial life looking at all 6 areas as well, or is it possible you're missing some opportunities as well? Work with your certified financial planner on that. If you don't have a CFP on your team, you can contact one on my team. Find us online, Korhorn.com. That's Korhorn with K, wisemoneyshow.com. You can find us there as well, or send us an email, info@Korhorn.com. All right, there you have it. Go out and take your next wise step in your financial life.